Something always brings me back to you. It never takes too long. No matter what I say or do, I still feel you here till the moment I'm gone. You hold me without touch. Keep me without chains. I never wanted anything so much than to drown in your love and not feel your rain. Set me free, leave me be. I don't wanna fall another moment into your gravity. Supposed to be, but you're onto me and all over me. I live here on my knees as I try to make you see that you're everything I think I need here on the ground. But you're neither friend nor foe, though I can't seem to let you go. The one thing that I still know
out of breath from dancing just now, but bear with me. Raise your hand in the audience if you guys have ever taken a dance lesson before. So there's a lot of us. And obviously all of you guys know what dancing is, even if you haven't taken a lesson because you just saw me dance. But how many of you guys really know what it means to dance? Well, today I'm here to make that more clear to you guys. In my 11 years of dance experience, I've come to know this art as more than an art. I've come to understand it as a language. And today I'm here to translate that language into something that you, as an audience, can understand. Sorry, I'm breathing heavily into the mic. Most people don't understand this concept of dance as a language because they'll see ballerinas dancing or our Gunn dance team dancing, and they think that it's pretty, fun, or elegant, but they can't connect to it or they can't understand it because they don't find a story or any emotion involved. But there's so much more to dance than just a pretty picture. Dance is my outlet where I'm able to say whatever I want, and I don't feel like I'll be ridiculed or made fun of. And it's my expression through movement. And this expression through movement is significant because it'll help us understand each other's body language and build relationships with each other better. Have you ever been talking to someone and maybe they weren't saying much, but you were looking at their body language and seeing that their body language was telling you more than what they were saying verbally, or maybe their body language was saying something different than what they were saying verbally? What things were they doing that told you these clues? Were they happy, sad, nervous? And how did you know? A few things I've learned through dancing is how to show emotion. For example, there's subtle movements that you can do that will tell you how people are feeling. If you notice in my dance a few times I had my arms open, which is usually, that's usually a positive message such as truth or embrace or happiness, something like that. But there are a few times where my face was covered or my body was smaller, which is usually a negative message such as like grief or sorrow. Or there's some more obscure ones where I was on the ground, and that usually expresses vulnerability. One thing that might help you understand dancing as a language is to think of it like a book. If you listen to the song lyrics, that would be like the written words on the page, and the dance would be the illustration. The illustration isn't necessarily needed for the story to function, but it helps you better understand it and picture the meaning. Not working. Oh, there we go. Okay, so the piece that I just performed for you guys was a lyrical piece to the song Gravity by Sarah Bareilles. And if you listen to her lyrics, she was talking about someone who she loves very much, but who's not good to her. And she can't bring herself to walk away from that person. This song was written about her first breakup that she ever experienced. So when I was choreographing this piece, instead of thinking, oh, this is a sad song, I'll do a sad dance, to me that felt fake, and I didn't know what that meant to be a sad dance. So I had to connect it to myself, and I related it to something that I went through. And then every time I would do the dance, I would feel those emotions, and I would remember that story or that imagination every time I did it. That way the dance came alive, and it felt real to me, and it had a real meaning. So, or if you guys have ever been listening to a song and you have that like sudden moment where all of a sudden you're like, this song perfectly describes my situation. This is exactly me. Has anyone ever had that before? Yeah? Okay. Well, to me, that's the first step in creating movement with a story. You have to first connect the song to yourself and figure out what it's saying or what it means. And when I was creating this piece specifically, I found a person to identify it with. And that way, when I was creating movements, I thought of what I wanted to say to this person, or movements that I could say to this person, and I incorporated it into the dance and attached it to the movement. Most people never get to see this behind the scenes as a dance comes together. All they see is the final outcome. But this process is extremely important, because if you just look at the dance and you just see it, all you're going to think is, oh, that's pretty, but you don't see anything more from it. So if you're ever thinking of creating a piece, dance piece, or even literature or a song, any of you creative minds out there, it's something that I found is to relate it to yourself or a specific memory or imagination, even a dream you've ever had. And then that way it'll come to life, and it will be something that everyone can relate to because it's an experience that they've attached to themselves. So next time you're listening to a song, watching a dance, any form of art, before getting lost in the imagery of the art, think of what the story is telling you and what it's saying, and how can you connect to that emotion. Some of you may still be wondering why dance is so important, but if it's understanding of movement and creation of movement, it'll help us better understand each other and build relationships with each other. Thank you.